What we think, we become. Don't wake up. Don't wake up. What we think, we become. Don't wake up. Don't wake up. Don't wake up. Don't wake up. What we think, we become. Don't wake up. Don't wake up.
relacionamento sem crush nem ficante.
Quem nasceu pra ser fiel
nunca vai ser amante.
Todo mundo bagulho empurra a tampa do pão de cama. Todo mundo bagulho empurra do pão de cama.
Quem
nasceu pra ser fiel
nunca vai ser amante. Relacionamento sem crush nem ficante.
Quem nasceu pra ser fiel
nunca vai ser amante.
You no lie. Better bye 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 bye. Better bye 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 bye. Listen my song, kill that the hi-fi. Better bye 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 bye. Better bye 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 bye. Play enough for so you can say you're a pilot. Have whole heap of girl that a link a lot. Me have the big door, if not must win a lot and every month I hit pass spin the slots. Boy, cause you know me no play. Can't shut me up, me have enough things to say. Real dog gun, we not in a delay. Say we a chat live and we a listen Johnny K. Play enough for so you can say you're a pilot. Have whole heap of girl that a link a lot. Me a the big door, rough now must win a lot. And every month I hit pass, I spin the slots.
Honestly, the best.
I love Tradecaster.
Happy Saturday, everybody. Just a friendly reminder. Over the past 12 months, how much money did you make day trading using your strategy? 551,000.
That kind of money, it's like you know what you're doing.
Sean knows his stuff.
So this is exactly how I did it.
Perfect.
I want everyone to go trade. Go! Let's go! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
Anything else?
It wasn't pleasant. That was during lunch hours.
Take some pictures.
Now we're up $1,200. We got some action right here. $2,000, $760.
If I tell you how I was able to do this, go out and make that money, make a killing.
Can we start getting ourselves in the green somehow? Get it, people! A bot sell man making HUDI $1,000. Ollie with a $327 trade. Boom, guys. $989 profit. $2,600. Oh, baby! Oh, baby! Oh, baby! You guys want to see something good today? We're bringing something good to the house. All right, guys, let's do it. Part of me was thinking about chugging half a gallon of water right there, but I just felt like that would have been a little excessive. It might have been. It might have been a little much if I just went all out right there. Now, traders, it is currently 8:25 in the markets. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Club turning up on a Tuesday. Guys, let's get ready to go. Let's see what we can do. Damn it, let's get ready for some trades. Happy Tuesday to absolutely everyone. I hope every single person is fired up, ready to go. You guys, again, should be 100 out of 100 on energy, on looks, on enthusiasm, on passion, baby. Because that's what we got to bring to the table. We bring it to the table every day. Knowing that, again, all it takes sometimes is 1 minute of trading. Sometimes all it takes is, again, less than 30 seconds to pull the trigger, get in and out. We see these hot press releases and stocks absolutely explode. Let's get ready to see what this day is truly going to bring us. I hope everyone is having a fantastic morning so far. Again, waking on up after maybe a good 8 to 9 hours of sleep, rolling on over on your $20,000 Tempur-Pedic sleep number mattresses, making sure, again, you're sitting there with the double fleece goose cuff, the feathers on the pillow. Guys, it's a good day. Now, 8:26 a.m. In the next 3.5 minutes, we are going to be seeing what? We're going to be seeing some brand new press releases. We're going to be seeing some brand new hype. We'll be seeing some action. We'll be seeing some momentum. We'll be seeing what is going to be the stock that is truly going to wake up and become the #1 top gainer of the day. We also do have some CPI data coming on out. S&P 500 CPI data right around the corner. So we want to make sure we are prepared in every single way, in every single sense. But I'm just going to give you the brass tacks, the honest answer, the blunt to the point right here and right now. There's nothing you need at this exact moment. As of 8:26 a.m., we don't have any 300% spiker. As of 8:26 a.m., there's no stock that is absolutely taking over the world at this moment, saying every single person should be involved in this play. There is no play at this moment that every single person is jumping out of their seats, saying, I cannot believe I'm not in on that play. That play does not exist at this time. What I will say is the #1 top gainer is AT&F at this moment. What I will say is AT&F had earnings, I believe, last night. What I will say is AT&F has a little bit of buying volume at this moment and could possibly get up towards like the $7 region if, let's say, nothing else spikes. But if you guys take a look at the top gainers over here, what do you guys realize? I realize we have a 40 million in float stock. 40 million, not really that fun or exciting. 221 million in float stock, again, not that exciting. 358 million, 38 million, 34 million. These plays, again, not that great, not that exciting. So the thing I definitely want you guys to understand and something I want you guys to be aware of right here is, again, when I'm taking a look over on AT&F, it kind of is the only option. Sure, it's only running off an earnings report. Nothing crazy, nothing too amazing, but at the same time, it is the #1 top gainer. It only has 5 million in float, which again brings in hype, bring in action, bring in volume. So maybe we can see something. Maybe we could see, again, a lot of big time spiking, ripping, and running. All right? So we got, again, CPI data coming on out on the S&P 500 here momentarily. And then on top of that, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to see what comes on out here at 8:30. See if we can get a nice trade in. See if we can get some money, right off the rip here and really kick off this party. So I would love, again, the perfect kind of, perfect way to get this day started is I would love to be able to make a pre-market trade and then we do our prop firm challenge. That's what I would like to do today. So if again, you're saying, Deck, what's the perfect setup out of today? Perfect setup, perfect idea out of today would be, let's go ahead. Let's do a pre-market trade, hopefully at 8:30 in the next 2 minutes. And then let's get ready for a prop firm challenge. That's what I would like to do. Does that sound like a good plan, guys? Is that something that you guys would like? Is that something that, you guys would say, hey, Deck, I think that's a good way to kick off the day? So 2 minutes from now, let's see if we can find a hot press release. Let's see if we can find a stock going on a big spike, rip and run. We can take profits when we have them, say, hey, you know what? That's absolutely great. And then from there, let's go ahead and see what else we have. So right now, traders, it is currently the time of 8:29 in the market. We did just see come out on Fox Runner right here, AMZE. Is this getting any sort of hype? No, this is not. So again, just for anyone that is brand new, anyone that is just joining us, how does this work? Every 30 minutes in pre-market, we see brand new hot press releases. Have you guys ever wondered, wow, that stock went on a massive spike only if I bought in at the bottom? How do people find in at the very bottom? How do people buy these stocks right when, again, the hot news comes on out? Well, number one is you have a news scanner. One of the best news scanners is Fox Runner. Fox Runner is going to tell us the best news every single morning. So if I am watching this at the time of 8:30, I am going to get all of the hot news. If I'm one of the first people to see the news and buy in on a play, I'm going to be at the bottom. Guess what? Stock then explodes on up, or I could wait for the explode on up, then look to short it and see if it comes right back on down. So traders, we do have right now, we're going to be watching the S&P 500. S&P 500, guys, getting a little bit of a rip and run. CPI data is now out. And then we also are going to be watching right now as it comes on up, any sort of low float stocks that have, again, low float stocks that have news. So let's see here. We do have a partnership with BLMZ. BLMZ, again, that's only a 20-cent stock. I really don't want that. Let's see right here. What is this? MIRA. MIRA accepted for peer review publication with demonstrating. No. What's this right here? MAMO expands sales networking. Waiting for something big here, traders. Waiting for something big. If we start seeing any sort of crazy buying volume, we definitely want to be aware of it. But right now, I am not in on anything. I'm not pulling the trigger on anything just yet. I'm waiting for that 8:30 press release to kind of step on up and say, hey, this is the one. This is the one that we all want to see. This is where the hype's at. All I'm doing is just keep my eyes on the news scanner here. See if anything starts getting any big gain percentage. Right now, it seems like the best one might be BLMZ. But again, that's a 20-cent stock. I'm not going to touch it. You guys can see BLMZ did come out with a partnership agreement. I'm going to make myself a little bit smaller right here. But you guys can see partnership agreement right here. BLMZ getting a little bit of action. Not really my favorite play, being only a 20-cent stock. Is there anything else at the time of 8:30 that is bringing in all the attention towards it? Right now, ATNF is by far the number one top gainer. Let's again give this a few minutes. Let's see if something comes on up at 8:32 or 8:33, because over the last week and a half, we've had one major issue. What has been the one major issue over the last week and a half? What's the answer here, guys? Last week and a half, we barely have seen any sort of news. And without seeing a lot of news, there's not a clear-cut, credible play that everyone's going to run into. There's not that clear-cut, credible play that everyone says, hey, this is the stock I'm buying. Hey, this is the play I'm moving into. Hey, this is the play I want to start trading. So I want you guys to definitely understand that again, news is super important for all of us to want to be able to pull the trigger and say, hey, you know what? This is absolutely fantastic. Right now, it's 8:32 in the market, traders. We are watching to see what we can get. We're focused on this. And we want to see where the hype is going to be going. All right, how's again S&P 500 data, guys? S&P 500, look at this, spiking its way on up. So traders, today could be, again, one of those top areas, as you guys know. And, what do I mean by one of those top areas? I went into full detail yesterday. Now, if you guys were not here yesterday, I just want to play you guys a very quick video here. This is about a 1 minute long video. But I did talk about why I do believe that the S&P 500 could easily come back on down in the future. If you guys have not watched this, I'm going to play it. It's 1 minute long. Check it on out. Let's, again, go over absolutely everything right here and right now, guys. Turn on your volume. Listen up. 100 is about to have a massive pullback. Now, why would we have a massive pullback? Well, the stock market is sitting at record highs. Well, a lot of new traders see new record highs, thinks it's a great time to buy. The answer is no. When you see brand new record highs, it usually means the stock is overextended. The ETF has room to fall. We are going to see people start taking profits. Now, let's understand something. The S&P 500 is the top 500 companies in the United States. It is going to be the best of the best companies. Do I think we're going to see a crash like 2008? Absolutely not. But what we do see right here, right behind me, are the statistics statistics of the last 90 years. If I look at this, I know that September is one of the only large red months, statistically speaking, every single year. And on top of that, August usually, factually speaking, only has a first half of the month being green. The second half of August is statistically red, and again, September is very red. If I see that in August and September we have big drops, why would I be buying at brand new record highs? Why would I be getting involved saying, oh, this is a great time to buy. Let me go ahead and get that new Lamborghini everyone's been talking about. No, guys, this is an awful time to probably get yourself involved into it. I love the S&P 500. I love going long. I love long-term investments. But again, get ready for a dip. Get ready to enter after pullbacks. Let's see where we're at. I do believe... So traders, that's what I want you guys to understand. That's what I want you guys to think of. That's what I want you guys to be aware of. That's what I want every single trader to be saying to themselves. Okay, hey, we're taking a look over on these charts. All I'm doing when I'm trying to think of every single one of these plays is I'm asking myself, okay, what makes sense? Right now, again, the S&P 500 still moving on up. The S&P 500, guys, we are right next to record highs. The S&P 500 has been absolutely incredible, right? So S&P 500, absolutely incredible. S&P 500 still consistently moving itself on up. S&P 500 looking absolutely great. Are we going to be having a pullback? Well, again, as we usually know, guess what? We should be seeing a drop. We should be seeing some sort of correction as we move into September. That does not mean, okay, let's just take a second here, guys. That does not mean we are going to have a massive crash. Sometimes when I say, hey, I believe the S&P 500 is going to have a pullback, people are always going to be saying to themselves, oh, Dek, what do you mean? Again, we're going to crash on down, like they're acting like I'm saying it's 2008. Not at all. We're just going to have a normal actual pullback, guys. And I've posted this picture a bajillion times. I've talked about this picture a lot, but really what it comes on down to is just simple trading. We know July is one of the best months of returns, on average 2.39% gains. What happened in July on the S&P 500? Take a look. S&P 500 in July was one of the best months we had as we ran up towards brand new record highs. Okay, absolutely great, absolutely awesome, right? What else did we see here? We could see August. August is known to have a good start, and then in the back half of August, it's known to usually give everything on back. Then September is known to give everything on back. September is hands down the worst month of the year. So if you guys, again, check it on out, on an average over the last 95 years, we have a 1.5% drop. So if I'm sitting here and telling you guys over the last 90 years, we have data that shows the next month is going to be red, it's a great idea to probably trust this data. Could there be a chance that, again, S&P 500 spikes in September? Absolutely. Guys, I cannot predict the future, but all I can use is the last 100 years to get a good idea of what we should be seeing here. So again, what I see is the first half of August is usually, again, pretty green. Second half starts turning to the red, and September becomes very red. So what would I say? I would say, on average, August 17th is usually the last day of green. We usually see green day, green day, green day on average until August 17th. August 17th, guys, is going to be on Sunday. So again, would that mean that we have final 1, 2, 3, 4 days of climbing before we get to that top area, before we start getting that pullback? So I would, again, still be waiting for, again, that drop. Or if you guys are interested in trading the S&P 500, I do think you have the rest of this week. You have the rest of this week to be able to continue to move itself on up. You have the rest of the week to be able to climb. You have the rest of the week to be able to get momentum. You have the rest of the week to be able to start seeing, maybe that 640, 641, 642 area as I'm talking about. So the S&P 500, I still see this moving on up here a little bit before the reversal in the near future. Okay? SPY looking really good. I know, again, I've seen some of you guys post some awesome images about the CPI data that just came on out. What do we have here? Consumer Price Index of July 2025. The Consumer Price Index for all urban consumers increased 0.2% on a seasonally adjusted basis in July after rising 0.3% in June. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics reported today that over the last 12 months, the all-item index increased 2.7% before seasonal adjustment. So again, that is, I believe, better than expected. We can take a look right here. CPI data is now out. Consumer prices rise 2.7% annually in July, less than expected amid tariff worries. So basically, we're not seeing CPI data go up too high. It's better than what we thought, and that's bringing in positivity. So again, CPI data right here. Consumer price increase 0.2%, seasonally adjusted. That is again lower than our expectations, which is better than what we thought. So CPI data is out. Traders, investors, Wall Street is seeing this as a very positive thing, and that's what's leading towards, again, very nice spiking, ripping, and running. So again, S&P 500 continuously climbing, S&P 500 continuously moving itself on up, and we'll see if the SPY is going to be able to keep, getting that breakout over the next few days. Dek, what do you think is a great target? I would say, again, that 641, 642, 643 area as an ultimate target on the S&P 500. Because guess what? We are right now sitting at these record highs. Does anyone know the exact record high over on the S&P 500? If you guys don't, I'll tell you right now. Give me a second. Let's go over and see. S&P 500 record high is 481.80. Actually, excuse me, that's the low. I was like, that doesn't make sense. Record high is 639.85. 639.85. Where are we at right now? 639.16. Ladies and gentlemen, at this moment, we are about 60 cents away from a brand new record high the S&P 500 has ever been. Kicking itself on off and getting this party started nice and early. I absolutely love it. Seeing where this is going to be heading towards next. So the SPY has been on a tear. But I do believe, as I said, this is probably the last week of climbing, the last week of gains, the last week of, again, nice steady climbs here over on the SPY. I have no issue with this in any sort of way. So, traders, 8:40 in the morning right now. Now, the big thing as we're still looking for is we still want to see it. Are we going to get any sort of actual day trade today? Right now, traders, there is nothing on WOW. There is nothing on GEVO. There is nothing over on HBI. There is nothing over on PRPH. There is nothing. KNDI trying to get a little hype. So KNDI, we'll see if that can get a little bit of buying volume. But we are waiting. We need one press release to set the tone of today. We need one press release to come on out to say, hey, we have positive phase 3 data. Hey, we have reached endpoints. Hey, we have a partnership with NVIDIA. Hey, we just again made a partnership with Meta and Microsoft. Hey, whatever it may be. We need to see something like that at 8:45, hopefully, maybe again at 9 a.m. that is going to say, hey, let's set the tone for today and let's get this big time breakout. Let's get this big time spike and let's get this next leg on up. So what I'm looking for every single day is I'm looking for where's the mob going? Where's the majority of buyers going, right? That's what I'm looking for because it's not what I care about. So many people sit down and they say, ooh, I love HBI. Dek, I'm buying HBI. And I say, okay, cool. No one else is. No one else wants that play. So you're just going to buy that stock and you're going to sit there and you're going to say, hello? Hello? Is anyone else here? Guys, I don't have favorite stocks. I really don't. If someone says, Dek, what's your favorite stock? I say the one that has the best press release and the one that's moving the most. Dek, what's your favorite stock? The one that everyone else likes. Because if everyone else likes it, I like it. Because everyone else likes it, that means they're buying it. If everyone else is buying it, there's room for me to be able to make money. That's all I care about. All I want is to be able to have a nice volatile stock that I could be able to dip by, that I could short, that I could look for a breakout, that could possibly squeeze, that possibly could dump. That's what I care about. So that's what I'm always looking at. Seeing if these plays are going to be able to continue to push, continue to rip and run. G-Boss, I got to ask you, buddy. Again, you got to stop spamming the YouTube chat or I got to block you. So just little heads on up, G-Boss. So make sure, again, you guys are all set. Making sure that you guys are all good on this day. Obviously, we got to see where, again, the buying volume is going to take us. See where the hype is going to be going. Right now, ATNF still looking around, seeing where this hype and momentum is truly going to go. But yes, the SPY is going to be one of our top watches on this day as we are sitting over on the SPY at this moment and seeing, how much higher can this thing go up towards. Guys, we're about to be testing these record highs. What do you think is going to happen as we test these record highs? Well, it could be a great time for shorting. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what is, again, this week about? Well, this week, of course, we want to be able to pass our trading account. Pass, again, the prop firm challenge. So traders, let's talk about this here for a second. What do we have at this moment? We do have the prop firm challenge over on One Stop Prop. We have to make $8,000 before we lose $12,000. Can we do that? I think the answer is yes. I think we definitely can do that. I think we definitely can achieve this. where again, we have to make $8,000 before we lose $12,000. But this is also, little heads on up traders, a continuous loss. And that's what makes it tough. Now, what I mean by that is if we lose $1,000 and then make back $1,000 and then go back up $1,000 in the green, that $1,000 continuous loss is still there. It's not like it disappears. So basically what you have to do is, yes, you cannot lose 12,000, but you have to make sure you're consistently winning and not going in red. That means you have good entries. That means, again, you have good setups. That means you're entering at the right place and you're basically only seeing green, which is a pretty tough thing to do at times. So traders, I told you again about this before, right? I've told you about the cheat code, but I do want to just make sure every single person understands the cheat code on how to be able to pass your test almost immediately. And what have I said here? For anyone who does not know, it is, again, the cheating way to pass your test. Now, at the end of the day, people are saying, Dek, if it passes my test, I don't care if I have to cheat or not. I'm doing it. All right? And what's the cheating way? Well, the cheating way, guys, is very simple. Every single person, if you wanted to pass a prop firm test right away, what could you do? Hey, Dek, I don't have $100,000 in real life, but you know what? I want a prop firm to fund me $100,000. What's the easy thing to do? Come on over here to One Stop Prop, drop on down, pick whatever challenge you want. Dek, I want $50,000. Okay, you click Get Funded Now. What do? Well, you are going to have to pay, again, $296 to be able to get $10,000. You guys can enter the code DEK40. And once you add the code DEK40, you actually are going to get 40% off. So now, again, it drops down to $197. You are going to pay $197 to hopefully pass a test that you are now going to get funded $50,000. Hey, it sounds like a pretty good investment. I give you $197 and now you give me $50,000? Yes, if you pass the test. Well, what if I fail the test? Well, if I fail the test, guess what? I have to go ahead and repeat it. And if I fail the test again, I have to go ahead and repeat it. And if I fail the test again, I have to go over and repeat it. Well, that's not fun. That's not good in any sort of way. So again, what do a lot of traders do? What is the cheat code that everyone uses so that they just get funded? They purchase 2 tests. They say, hey, you know what? I'm going to purchase 2 tests, which is going to come on out to about a $380 investment. I am going to invest $380 to almost guarantee, not 100%, but almost guarantee that I pass. And how do I do that? Well, I'm going to get 1 test. I'm going to get it. 2 tests. I'm going to get it. And now I'm going to go to my account. And let's say before CPI data just came on out, I'm going to take account A and I'm going to buy a ton of shares over on the S&P 500. And I'm going to take account B and I'm going to short a ton of shares over on the S&P 500. Now, I'm going to sacrifice one of those accounts. Either the CPI data is going to be good or the CPI data is going to be bad. And the CPI data, guess what here, ladies and gentlemen? This play, it just came out with great data. The one that you were shorting is gone. You just lost $197. But the one that, again, you bet that the S&P 500 was going to move on in, ding, 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 you just passed your test. And now you are getting $10,000. So again, you have to ask yourself a question. Hey, I can go ahead and I can purchase $10,000, $100,000, $200,000, and I can pay, again, $200 for it. Do I want to, again, say to myself, okay, let me just try to pass it straight up the right way, do it, and again, I can save myself $200? Or do you take the risk of possibly failing and then have to buy another, and possibly fail and possibly have to buy another, and possibly fail and have to buy another? You could, if you would like to, just go ahead, purchase 2 different accounts, sacrifice one of the accounts knowing that you're going to lose that money, but at the same time, you are going to pass the test, and now you are getting funded $50,000. So who here would say, all right, I'm going to spend $200, I'm going to lose $200, but I'm going to get $50,000 in return? I mean, that's what a lot of people do. So I do want you guys to just be aware that that is a cheat code that you guys can go ahead, and use every single day to be able to pass these tests and make sure that you guys are all set. If you guys want to be able to do that, make sure, again, you type in DEK40 for 40% off, and you guys will be all ready to rock and roll. So absolutely awesome. Absolutely great. Just a little cheat code that some people, again, like, or some people don't like. Some people are like, well, Dek, I want to do it the old-fashioned way and just pass it. That's what some people like, and that's awesome. Some people say, Dek, I don't care. I just want to pass my test and get $50,000. That's all up to you on, what you want to do. All right. Right now, people, we are again continuously watching. Let's see what comes on up here as we get a little closer towards around 9 a.m. Obviously, we are bright and early in the morning, ready to go, ready to see where the hype is going to take us. CRCA, LQDA, a little bit of buying volume. Notice what we have here, traders. What's the big issue? The big issue is all the larger floats, right? So what do we have here? Wow. PRPH, GEVO, 40 million in float, 38 million float, 220 million float, 350, 66 million, a billion in float, 34, 111 million. When again, the float is simply enough, the shares that are available to the public. When you have a very large float, you need a massive amount of attention towards a play to move it. When you have a very low float, such as 5 million in float, a stock can go on a very big rip and run. So like, what do I do with my new scanner here, guys? What I do with my new scanner is I go over here and I go to additional filters and I only make it 0 to 20 million in float. So I only have 20 million in float, guys. So the thing is, I don't get news that comes on out with stocks that have 35 million in float, 99 million in float. I only have low float stocks that come on out. There's already a good amount of news. Why would I, again, even be looking at 100 million in float just to take up space and possibly, again, like deceive me on wanting to jump into a play? When you guys are, again, setting up your Fox Runner, make sure you guys are putting low float plays. 0 to 20 million is good. 0 to 20 million, you're only going to get low float press releases that come on out, and these are the ones that you guys want to be looking at. We know, again, ATNF is a low float play. That's why it's the #1 top gainer of the day. But if we take a look at all the top gainers, some news here today, we have ATNF, right, guys, that had an earnings report last night. We're also seeing ATNF talk about some Ethereum and cryptocurrency, which has been a hot topic. Then again, PRPH up 42%. Again, a very small play, only 12 cents. We're not seeing anything that's kind of going crazy, right? We're not seeing anything that's wild. We're not seeing anything that's amazing. I mean, hey, we do have a Chiefs breakthrough, but again, it's a 69 million in float stock. So the thing is here, traders, we have larger floats and we just don't have anything super hot at this moment. We do have stocks that are gapping up like ATNF or PRPH or GEVO or TLRY, but again, we need more credibility. So what it really comes on down here next is, are we going to see any of that big credibility at the time of 9 a.m.? Are we going to see any of that hype? Are we going to be able to see any of that momentum? Are we going to see any trades be able to jump out of their shoes and say, hey, this is it? So guys, I want to give everyone a quick little 8-minute break right here. 8-minute break. Let's get back here right at 9 a.m. and let's get ready to see if we get any sort of hot press releases right off the rip at the 9 a.m. press release wave. This is your final little breather. Go get a cup of coffee, go use the bathroom, go walk your dog, go again, wake up your wife, whatever you guys got to do, and make sure that you guys are all set, ready to go. It's going to be an awesome day ahead. I'm very excited. I'm looking forward to this day. I know you guys are as well. I'm going to see you guys back here in 8 minutes. Let's kick off this day the right way. Smash that thumbs on up right now. Let's get ready to go. Again, take a moment, smash that thumbs on up over on the YouTube channel. I appreciate you guys. Subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't. Go set up your 2 accounts over on One Stop Prop, and we'll be all set, ready to go on this day. Let's do it, guys. I'll see you guys back here in just a little bit. It's game time. Also, a little sign note, I got to play, again, free music so I don't get in trouble. So it might not be the best music, but again, I'm doing my best. do you guys think? What do you guys think of the free music? It ain't that good. It ain't that good. But at the same time, I'm going to be honest with you. I just can't keep playing non-free music because I keep getting in trouble. So the thing is, traders, again, make sure you download your Spotify. Make sure you download your iTunes. Make sure you get your LimeWire all set and fixed. So, you want to make sure that you guys are all good. Now, hey, let's get ready for this day. Let's get ready to see what comes on up. Let's get ready for where this brand new hot press release is going to be. Now, let's see where, again, this tension is going to take us. I am looking for that one hot press release wave, traders. Obviously, right now at this moment, let's figure this on out. We know, again, 9 a.m. is going to be coming on up in 20 seconds. In 20 seconds, we are going to see a couple brand new press releases come on out. These press releases will only be lower float stocks. The lower float plays that have hot press releases give a reason for new traders to jump in on a stock that could easily be very active, that is extremely volatile. So we're looking for a hot press release at a hot time with a low float to bring in big volume. Let's see if we can get it, because as of now, we don't have anything too big. Right now, the dance floor is open. Right now, we are at prom. The guys are on one side, the girls on the other side, and we are just waiting for that one guy, that one person to just break the ice, to get everyone on the dance floor. So I am hoping that, again, in the next few seconds here, we get that one person that just goes out there and says, hey, I don't care what people think about me. Let's get everyone on the dance floor and let's have a good time. So right here, traders, let's see what we have. Let's see if anything big comes on out. We do have a repurchase program over on BSBK. Might get a little bit of action. Delivers first messages via Starlink. So again, what is this? CCIR. Starlink is probably a hot press release a lot of times. Nothing on VEON. Nope, nothing there too much just yet. Awarded an agreement. We do have another agreement here. Let's see, APO. APO awarded a national patient software agreement. Stock's not really moving too much though. What do we have here? SOAR proposed acquisition. Maybe SOAR, we could start getting a little bit of action. Propose an acquisition under a definitive agreement. Appoints John Narson as senior advisor. So could SOAR get a little bit of action right here? It says Volto's group proposed an acquisition. Atlanta to do driven company. So again, maybe SOAR could get a little bit of hype. Maybe SOAR can start getting a little bit of action as it's saying, hey, we have a proposed acquisition. Maybe, again, people start moving over on that play and start looking to enter it. I'm not in on anything right now. I'm trying to find, again, what stock is going to get the hype. But, again, you could see SOAR with a little bit of action right here. SOAR with a little bit of buying volume, a little bit of a green candle. And we are seeing that right here because we are saying, oh, SOAR is going to acquire MTWO. And, again, if you acquire another stock, you usually are doing what? You're going to see that reflected in the stock's price. If I acquire a stock for $2 million, usually that $2 million is now again affected in my stock price, saying, oh wow, I'm growing, I'm bigger, I have more revenues, I have more assets, employees, whatever it may be. So again, you can see SOAR getting a little bit of hype. I don't know how well this is going to hold, but it's the best one as of now at 9 a.m. unless again something's going crazy that I just missed, but I don't think so. I usually don't miss too much. So as of now here, traders, we don't have anything too crazy just yet. We don't have anything too wild just yet. We're not seeing anything, again, standing on up and saying, Dek, this is the best play out there. And I mean, this has been August trading, hasn't it? This has been some deep August trading at this moment, hasn't it? And what I mean by that is how many breakouts have we seen? How many big time rips and runs have we seen? How many crazy moves have we seen in August? Guys, it is a little slim pickings in August, all right? It's a little bit of slim pickings at August, guys. You got to make sure you kind of understand the market conditions, okay? You got to realize, again, hey, this is what I have. This is what I have to work with. And if you, again, try to go outside of, of saying, oh, this is what I have, you're most likely going to have a bad time, right? If you start saying to yourself, oh, let me go ahead and invest $100,000 into this random stock, it's not the right time to do that. When is the right time to do that? As we get out of the summer, as we get into the fall, as we get into the winter, as we get into those crazy times when we have more volatility, where we have more traders in the market, where people are willing to buy and go crazy. That's what summer is. Summer is going to be a little bit slower. And then again, things pick on up in about the next 2 to 3 weeks as kids are back to school. Parents are done with vacation. Wall Street guys are out of their Hamptons mansions and back into, again, the office. People start buying. The weather starts getting colder. People are inside. They're in front of their computers. So we got to be able to make what we have. Make some lemonade with the lemons we have right now here, traders. So right now, we want to make sure that we are staying smart, and we do all have to agree that ATNF at this moment is the number one best play as of now. As of now, ATNF is by far the best play at this moment. Now, again, why is ATNF the best play? It's the only one that's moving. It's a $5 million in float stock, currently up 77%. Stock's trying to get a little bit of buying volume and trying to get a little bit of action. As you guys can see, we do have some strong resistance right around the $6 mark. There might be that possible squeeze where it could get up towards, again, this morning's pre-market high. This morning, it got up towards around that 725 mark. Guys, is there a chance that ATNF is going to try to get a little bit of a squeeze here? Is there a chance that ATNF can maybe try to get a little bit of action? Maybe again goes, hey, Dek, let's buy this play, squeeze it on up to $7 plus, run on up towards those pre-market highs. Dek, where would you look to short it? I would say $7 or higher would be a great little starting short. Let's see what we have here over on ATNF. If I want to get, how many shares, I would say, again, like about 3,000 shares. Inquire about this. Let's see what we have here. 3,000 shares. Are they available? They are available. 3,000 shares. Locate lowest. What do we have here? Never mind, guys. This 3,000 shares, it cost me $750. Whoa. Shares are a little expensive this morning, don't you guys think? Shares might be a little expensive this morning. Okay, so I actually don't know if I'm pulling the trigger over on, again, an ATNF short here. And the reason why I say that is, again, things are looking a little bit expensive over on the short side. I don't know if I want to drop $750 before I even want to jump in on this play. So maybe, again, the only option would be an ATNF on the long side here. You know what I mean? At this time, LIF still focused on this one. See what this play might be able to do in the near future. Let's keep running through these plays. All right. Hey, for everyone that's joining us right now, and I know people are logging on in at this moment. People are tuning on over into the live stream. People are getting themselves excited and saying, all right, Dek, we're here. We're ready to get after it. I'm going to just share the stream here, link one more time so everyone is all set, ready to go. Okay, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now let's really get this party started. Let's go from A to Z. Let's go from 0 to 100. Let's make sure every single person here understands what would be the stock to watch, what would be the stock to play, what would be the stock that, again, we all want to be focused on in every single way. So, what do we have here, team? Number one, what we need to do is let's look through these top gainers. Top gainer stocks here, traders. We know we have ATNF. We know ATNF is a top play. We know ATNF is a stock we want to look at. We know that ATNF is a 78% gainer this morning. 78% gain. Very solid. 5 million in float. Very solid. Room to run up towards around 730. Absolutely awesome. But now again, is there anything else? Let's just see right now, is there anything else that we need to focus on? Well, as you guys can already tell, my biggest issue is that nearly every other stock has a large float. You guys can see 40 million in float, 221 million, 350, 38, 111 million. Traders, the way the float works, in case you guys do not know for any sort of reason, is the float is just going to be the shares available to the public. The easy way to think about this is supply and demand. And my favorite analogy that I always give is I imagine if it's like Black Friday. Imagine if it was 2005, okay? An Xbox just came on out. And it's Christmas Eve. And you promise your son, little Timmy, that you are going to get him an Xbox or a PlayStation, use whatever you want, okay? Now, it's Christmas Eve and you're saying, man, I can't believe I waited last minute. And you go over to Best Buy, and this is you walking into the door, and you see at this moment, wow, there is one Xbox left. I got so lucky. Hey, I waited until the last minute. I was being a bad dad here, but you know what? I'm going to get this Xbox. And all of a sudden, you see again your neighbor Frank. And Frank goes, hey, how you doing today, Sean? I say, hey, I'm good. What are you doing? And all of a sudden Frank goes, oh, I waited last minute. I forgot to get little Jimmy his Xbox. Well, now there's only one Xbox. Then all of a sudden you see your other neighbor right here, Cheryl. And Cheryl goes, oh yeah, I forgot to get little Cheryl an Xbox. She likes Xbox as well. There's only one Xbox. Guess what, guys? All of a sudden emotions change. All of a sudden, tempers change. All of a sudden, you just went from saying Merry Christmas to get out of my way. You just turned into a nice, again, soft, elderly person saying, hey, enjoy again the most Merry Christmas to Derrick Henry trying to get through the 2-yard line and get into the goal. Right here, guys, you just completely changed your attitude because you have a very hard supply, a very heavy supply. I need this. And again, guess what? Or excuse me, demand, and you have a very low supply. There's only one. right? So guess what? Let's imagine there were 5, 6, 7 other people that also wanted that one last little Xbox. Well, we could see a Best Buy employee come on out. We could literally see a Best Buy employee come on out and says, guys, there's only one fair way to do this. We are going to auction it on off. And this auction goes, hey, this Xbox right now goes for $300. Who's willing to pay this? They're all willing to pay it, right? Then they say, all right, we will do $500. Who's willing to pay this? They're all willing to pay it. Who's willing to do $1,000 on this Xbox? Cheryl goes, hey, little Cheryl's not getting the Xbox. These guys saying, hey, I'm not doing the Xbox. Now it's between, again, Jimmy and Timmy on which kid's going to win it. Who here is going to do $3,000? They're both doing it. Who here is going to do $5,000 to the Xbox? And all of a sudden, the dad says, hey, Jimmy, I'm sorry, I'll get you something else. Guess what here, team? We have a winner. How did one Xbox that's usually worth $300 just go for $5,000? That's because there was a massive amount of demand for it and a very low supply. That's the same exact way stocks work in the stock market. We have 5 million shares available. There are 5 million shares available to the public. That is it. And guess what here, traders? We have 31 million times shares have been traded. There's 5 million shares available, but out of that 5 million shares, you could see it's been traded over and over and over and over throughout 31 million times now. That's the volume, how many shares are traded from hand to hand. So the thing is, at this moment, we have a massive amount of attention on a very low supply. So if you want to buy AT&F, guess what? You're not buying AT&F at where it was 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, shares were 96 cents. Xboxes were $300. Now, again, where are you buying AT&F? Well, Dek, I want to make money today. Well, again, you're buying AT&F at a premium. You're buying AT&F at $6.20. You're basically buying this Xbox for $5,000 at the moment. Saying, well, hey, hopefully I buy this Xbox for $5,000 and I could sell it to another dad or another mom who, again, maybe will pay me $7,000. That's what you're doing right now. What you're doing at this moment is you're buying an Xbox super expensive, hoping that there's another parent hoping that they can buy it later. You're buying AT&F at the price of $6, hoping that there's another stock trader out there willing to buy it at $6.50, willing to buy it at $6.80, willing to buy it higher than what you are buying it. That's how the stock market works. So when you have low float stocks, guys, guess what? You can see the craziness. You can see people paying absurd prices. You could see, again, people saying, oh, I got to get in. It's very emotional. But guys, when you have 40 million in float, is this crazy? No, there's so many shares available. There's so many Xboxes available. GEVO, 221 million. Is it crazy? No, there's so many shares available. Get in line, have some fun. Hey, Merry Christmas. Come on over, have a cookie. Hey, let me give you a cookie. Let me give you a glass of milk. 350 million shares. Hey, get out of my way. Nope. Hey, step in front of me. Go ahead. There's more enough for all of us. So the thing is, when you have larger floats, you don't have the craziness. When you have the low floats, you do have the craziness. So that's why, again, what's the issue with today? The issue with today is we don't have any sort of low float press releases that are making stocks go crazy. We don't have any low float press releases that are making stocks go wild. So as you guys can see right here over on my news scanner, what we have here is we have my filters are 0 to 20 million in float. I am only getting low float stocks at this moment. So you guys can see at this time, the float's only, again, low float, 3 million in float. Let me move it off to the side more. 2 million float, 2 million, 6 million, 6 million. These are only low float stocks. Dek, there's 305 million. Well, that's because it did a partnership with a low float stock. You know what I mean? So again, what about this one? Again, it was a partnership with a low float play. So I only look for low float stocks here, team. If we wanted to go ahead and check out what are the best top gainers today, the best top gainers with news, stocks with news, guess what? The majority of them have larger floats. Again, we have AT&F. We know AT&F. But then we have large float, large float, large float, large float. You know, that's the issue with right now. We're not seeing as many crazy rippers and runners and spikers and climbers because they're all larger floats. So we need to be able to understand that, take that into consideration, say, okay, hey, I got to see what works, right? So right now, AT&F is by far the best play of the day. And that's really all we can look at right now. Because again, everything else at this moment, when we're saying where would credible plays be, ATNF, 765,000. What about PRPH? Well, PRPH is only a $39 stock. It's a very small play over on PRPH. Did it have a good credible press release? Yeah. PRPH, again, announces full approval. It's just a 40-cent stock that has already spiked this morning. It seems like it's giving a lot of its gains back on down. PRPH spiked and then started giving a lot of its gains right on back. So yes, I don't want to be this guy. I don't want to, again, be able to just say this to you. But to be frank with you, at this moment, the only stock that we probably want to be watching is going to be ATNF at the bell. ATNF at the start. ATNF to see if we get any sort of buying volume. ATNF to see if we get any sort of ripping and running and spiking and climbing. Because it's the only one with the craziness and volume. And as a day trader, that's the only one that's going to be able to make you money. So again, what's most likely going to happen? Everyone take a guess right now. What do you guys think is going to happen coming up in the future? Well, what's most likely going to happen is we are probably going to see low float pumps. We're probably going to see, again, a Discord out there, a person on Twitter, someone on StockTwits, something that says, hey, everyone go buy this play. And that guy's going to try to make a lot of money off of his following. Now, as again, the following buys into the play, it gets pumped on up, and then all of a sudden, guess what happens? The main guy sells, other people sell, the stock comes crashing back on down. We are probably going to see a lot of pump and dumps that we can look to short here today because people want to trade. You want to trade. I want to trade. But the only stock that we can trade at this moment is ATNF. And that makes it, again, a little bit more difficult. So what are some other options that maybe we can do? Well, the other options that we can do at this time is we can look for, again, maybe some previous movers. Previous movers, BM&R, previous mover, ASTS, right now we have the S&P 500, which just came out with good CPI data. So again, previous mover, BM&R. Remember guys, BM&R, that was again a cryptocurrency stock that Trump came on out and says you can now put 401k, or you can now put Bitcoin in your 401k. So again, a bit mining stock was able to benefit from Trump saying that. Now, what did we see? We saw again, BM&R spike on up to $70, come back on down, came on down to $54. Right now it's sitting around, again, $60. BM&R, maybe it gets a little hype back up to 70. Maybe it fades and falls back on down to support, probably right around the $58 mark, right? That could easily happen. But BM&R may be one we want to watch. And then also we have to watch the S&P 500. The S&P 500 right here and right now, traders, you guys can all see and you guys can fully be aware that we just went all the way up towards brand new record highs. It does not count as brand new record highs at this moment. But what I will say is the S&P 500 at this time here, right, this play is trying to get a little bit of a rip and run and possibly could keep on going up even more. I have stated it a million times, but I'm going to state it again. Traders, as you guys know, we do have literally the facts here showing us on what the next few days, next few weeks are going to be. We already can see that the starting August 17th on average is the last green day before we start having a pullback. August 18th, 19th, 20, all the way into a red September. This is what we see. So this is the average performance per day over the last, again, 90 years. We usually see good start to August, then a big dump at the end of August to a big dump in September. September, statistically speaking, is the worst month of the year with a 1.5% drop on the SPY. If you want to go ahead and trade options or you want to go ahead and look for a short, you probably want to start doing that at the end of this week. And at the end of this week is when, again, we should start seeing a reversal and into next week and into next month. Then we know the best quarter of the year, guys, is going to be the next 3 months where we have October, November, December. On average, the S&P 500 returns 4.4%, the greatest time to be trading and investing in the next, again, little bit. So we know SPY most likely going to slightly move itself on up. And then from there, that's where, again, we're going to start seeing that very big drop coming up here in the near future, which is going to be big. Little side note, I did just hear a Fox Runner voice alerts right here. Oh, Josh Gotham. So again, you guys can see Josh Gotham right here is selling some positions. He's a very active trader at this moment. So again, Josh Gotham is one of the most active traders out there in the stock market. I know, again, Nancy Pelosi, you think that a lot, but this guy is always buying and selling different plays. If you guys are interested in checking out, again, some politicians and what they're doing. Again, I like to look at Nancy a lot of times, but I always get alerts, and you can always add people on your alerts, guys. Little heads on up. If you guys go over to the congressional trading page and you have a certain politician you want to follow, you can be able to click them and then be able to click, add to watch list, which would be right here. add to watch list underneath their name, and then you will get notifications whenever they buy or sell. Then from there, you can go over and be able to check out the watch list, right? And be able to see, all right, hey, Nancy Pelosi, what is she getting herself involved in right now? So it's like, it's always great to just, be able to add these people to your watch list just so you always get notified when they buy and sell so that you guys are all set, okay? So you guys will be all good, ready to rock, seeing where this action is going to take us. Now, with that being stated here, team, with the S&P 500, we have talked about, again, what we believe is going to be happening over the next few weeks. Now, again, what is today all about? Well, today is about, trying to make as much money as we possibly can over in the stock market here through our prop firm. So I want to be, again, prop firm trading today. I mean, we could definitely see the CPI data, again, lead towards the S&P 500 hitting some brand new record highs. We could see the S&P 500 definitely get a lot of good action, be able to get a lot of good momentum behind it. Team, I am, again, trading, just a little heads on up here for every single person. I am trading over on one stop prop. And remember, the goal of today, goal of this week is to be able to make what? Be able to make $8,000. I have a $100,000 test account. What do I have to do? I have to make $8,000 before I lose $12,000. Now, again, final time I'm going to say this. There's a very easy way to cheat on these. Very easy way, right? And what is that way, traders? Everyone wants to get funded. I want to pass my prop firm. I want to get $100,000. I want to get $200,000. If you really just want to pass it and not test yourself in any way, which I know probably 99% of people are going to do, just go over and just buy 2 accounts. It's so simple, guys. You can't lose if you have 2 accounts. I mean, you could, but it would be slim pickings. Basically, what you want to do, hey, Dek, how much money do I want to trade with? I want to trade with $10,000. I want to trade with $25,000. I want to trade with $200,000. The more money you want, the more it's going to cost you. Obviously, that makes sense. Let's say I want to get a $50,000 account. If you type in the word DEC40, you are going to get 40% off. Okay? So I want a $50,000 account. It's going to cost me $197. Guess what you do? You purchase 2 of these. You purchase 2 of these accounts right here. You are now going to buy shares on one stock, short shares on the same stock on a different account. One of the accounts is going to win. One of the accounts is going to lose. But guess what? You are going to pass. You're essentially saying, I'm sacrificing $197 to get $50,000. If someone said, give me $197 and I will give you $50,000, would that be a good investment? I mean, yeah. If you guys don't have funds, if you guys want a prop firm trade, if you guys want to get funded, what's the easy way to do it? I'll show you right now. Buy a $50,000 account, buy another $50,000 account. Hey, Dex, CPI data was this morning. Okay, so last night, go ahead, S&P 500. I'm going to buy $50,000 or $100,000 worth of, again, S&P 500 calls or shares. I'm going to short it, knowing that one of the 2 is going to happen. I'm going to lose, again, the shorting one, and I'm going to, boom, pass my test this morning as I, again, crossed over the $8,000 mark. So it's a very simple way to be able to do it. That's what everyone does with prop firms, guys. So instead of you buying and losing, buying and losing, buying and losing, buying and losing, guess what you can do? You can say, let me buy 2, sacrifice 1, win the other, and now I'm going to get $50,000 to go ahead and trade with, right? So if you guys have not ever done that strategy and you guys want to, just go over, type in DEC40 over on one stop prop. You guys will be all set, ready to rock and roll so that you guys are all good. But let's do it the old-fashioned way here. Let's do it the old-fashioned way, and let's see if I can pass the old-fashioned way here, traders, where I'm not, again, maybe where I'm not cheating. How do you pass? What's required? You got to make $8,000 before you lose $12,000. So again, the test is, for every single one of them, the test is you got $100,000. Dek, what do you have to do? You got to make $8,000 before you lose $12,000. That's how you pass. So you guys will be all set, ready to rock and roll. All set, ready to go. Let's see what we have over on the S&P 500. Now remember, looking over on that chart, we should see the next probably 2 to 3 days be still slightly green on the SPY before the big pullback. So what are you guys thinking though? Are you guys, again, getting ready for that big pullback? Are you guys getting ready for that big drop over in September? Are you guys getting any sort of put contracts or shorts? Or are you guys just saying, hey, Dek, I can't wait for it to fall and then get ready for the big dip buy? And, that's what I'm waiting for. So for me, I want to add onto my long-term investments. But I want to add to my long-term investments probably, again, like mid-September. Mid-September, I want to add into long-term investments and then go from there. So I'm going to wait for the drop before adding. I'm not going to add at the very top. That's not going to be fun for me. I'm not going to add at the very tippity top. I'm not going to add again at that massive position all the way at the highest area possible. I don't want to do that. Right now, traders, I want to continue to stay alert, smart, and ready. So we know ATNF still the best play of the day. I'm watching to see if buying volume is going to move into there. Now I want to open up the floor to you guys. Is there any play that you guys see that I'm not aware of? Is there any play right now that you guys are saying to yourself, hey, Dek, is anything going on at this moment? Right now at this time, I don't believe so. I don't believe there's anything that's happening that we are not aware of. If that's CPI data, or if that's ATNF, or if that's some sort of random penny stock, let's go ahead and take a look over on CNBC. It says consumer prices rise 2.7% annually in July, less than expected amid tariff worries. Dow futures gain 100 points after slightly lighter than expected inflation data. So we know, again, CPI data. We know the S&P 500's moved on up. We know, again, the S&P 500 hit a new record high, but it doesn't count because it's only pre-market. So we got to see what actually happens. Circle shares rise as second quarter revenue jumps 53%. That's a stable coin, aka a cryptocurrency play. So if you guys are interested in that, you guys can see at this time, CRCL did come on out with an earnings, and it is climbing at this moment up towards around 185. So again, maybe a possible trade over there over on CRCL. Does have an earnings report and getting a little bit of action. Probably is going to have strong resistance. Where at? CRCL, where's the main resistance area that we're seeing? I would say probably up towards like 194, 195. So I would say, again, CRCL definitely has potential. Keep on going up towards around that 194, 195 play. Definitely could be solid. So keep your eyes peeled. What else did we see last night? Little heads on up, guys. We did see a couple earnings. AMC, meme stock play. AMC came out with the earnings. Didn't do that well. Nothing really too crazy about it. Last night, OKLO, nuclear play, did come out with earnings. Did do pretty well, but at the same time, starting to drop back on down right now. We also saw another meme stock, ASTS. If you guys go over to Wall Street Bets, again, earmuffs real quick for anyone on the younger side, they call this play ass and tits. That's why everyone likes it. ASTS, ass and tits, that's what they always say. So again, ASTS, that one actually had a pretty big spike, and this is a meme stock as well. AMC, meme stock. ASTS, meme stock. These are, again, plays that got pumped on up just because people on Wall Street Bets try to buy it. So this is what, you guys got to be aware of and understanding as we go into these plays here. Yesterday, EQ had a little bit of a pop. Also, traders, little heads on up for you, and I just want to be transparent with you. And again, I posted this yesterday, but I do just want to say it. Yesterday, guys, I actually ended up making $569 on the day. Now, if you're saying, Dek, $569, when did you make $569 yesterday? I have a very bad habit, and it's something I need to correct. And does anyone know what that bad habit is? That bad habit is sometimes I will, again, put in orders and I'll forget that I put them in and I walk away. Yesterday, we talked about EQ. Yesterday, we talked about getting involved in EQ. We talked about getting involved at 107 and then it fell, and then we looked at $1 and then it fell. Guys, I canceled my 107 orders, but I forgot to cancel my entries at around the $1 area, 95, 96, 97 cents. I wasn't even looking at my computer. I left my computer. I went out to Chipotle for lunch. I again stopped at Walmart. I went to PetSmart real quick. And then I came back at around 4 o'clock, right? And I said to myself, whoa, what the heck? I was changing the scanners out to the after-hour scanners, and I saw my position box was filled. And I noticed that I was up $569. So I looked at, when did I get filled? I got filled at 11 o'clock in the morning. I didn't even realize I was in until 5 hours later as we were up near around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So the thing is, traders, I was able to make money. I was able to make $569. But that could have been a very bad situation, couldn't it? That could have been a very bad play. That, again, I didn't even realize I was in on a stock. Imagine, again, I didn't even realize I closed down my broker. What if, again, EQ went on a big spike? What if EQ went on a big rip and run? What if EQ went on a crazy climb here? I would, again, been in an awful position because I wouldn't even have known I was even in on it. So the thing is, team, humans like myself, we sometimes make errors. Humans like myself sometimes make mistakes. Humans like myself are, again, never going to be perfect. But the thing is, I'm saying this to, yes, I want you guys to see that I did make profit, but I also want to, again, be up front with you and transparent, saying, guys, I made this luckily. Luckily, I didn't get burned on it. Luckily, I was able to make money. Now, why, again, was I able to make money, though? Because I did have a good entry, $1. $1 is when I did have a good entry. $1 is when, again, it is strong resistance. $1 is a good area. So at least I had a good entry point. At least I had a good resistance line. At least I got filled at an awesome mark. Right? So that was great. But at the same time, it's a lucky trade that, again, didn't burn me, and I'm happy with it. So again, EQ there, guys. I do want to make sure that you guys understand that, and I do want you guys to see it. But yeah, I mean, it was great to make money yesterday. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, it was a little bit, stupid of me at the same time. And I'm saying that not to, again, like, guys, I'm like degrading myself right now. All right? Like, I'm telling you, I made a bad trade, or not a bad trade. I just made a stupid error, and it just happened to work on out. So right now here, traders, let's see what we can do. We have about 30 seconds until the market opens on up. Let's see where, again, buying volume takes us. Let's see, again, where this hype possibly goes. $9.29 in the market right now. Let's do this together, eh? Let's do this together. $9.29 in the market. Let's try to find the best spikes today. Let's try to find the best rippers and runners today. Let's see, again, where a lot of this attention is going to go. I'm going to change this out real quick, configure it, because I'm not even seeing ATNF. So let's get all the best plays I possibly can and make sure that we're all good. All right, guys. I want to see where all the buying volume goes. So let's see where all the action goes. Let's see where all the hype goes. Let's see where all the attention goes on this day. ATNF, again, the shares are too expensive to short last time I checked. I'm going to try again. Those 3,000 shares, inquire all. Okay. Last time I checked, they were $750. Now let's go to locate lowest, click cancel. And they definitely dropped. I mean, they were $750 before, and now they're $292. So again, let's do some math here. For me, if I got 3,000 shares filled, how much of a move would I need on ATNF to make my money back? For me to get 3,000 shares over on ATNF, it's going to cost me $292. That is equivalent to 9 cents. If I get 3,000 shares filled, for me to make back my fee would be 9 cents. So if I got filled at 610, I would need it to fall back down to 601 for me to break even. Anything under 601 is where I'd be able to make a profit. Is it worth it? It's not bad. I mean, I know $292 already starting down is never fun, but at the same time, it's really not that bad. Only 9 cents to make back your gains. I mean, again, if you wanted to do 1,000 shares, again, 3,000 shares might be a little bit out of your budget, but 1,000 shares is going to probably be $90 if I had to take a guess, because it's all going to be the same, 9 cents, $97. So a little bit more expensive, $97, almost again, 10 cents. So you guys can see it's almost like a 9 to 10 cent drop you would need if you guys are locating shares. We also do have CRCL, which did have its earnings report here today. CRCL, guys, earnings report. Slow and steady little grinder right now. It does look like CRCL, it could be a nice little, jump in and allow this play to be able to rip and run. Look at CRCL, guys. CRCL, not a bad play in any sort of way. I mean, the issue with CRCL is it does have what? A massive spread. So again, like CRCL is going to be a tough one to jump in and trust just because that's such a big spread. And when you have such a big spread, it's going to be so difficult to be able to say, oh yeah, like this is going to be a good play here. CRCL deck, how high can this one go up to? Connect the dots. Connect this old top to this old top. And how high can you really go on up towards? I mean, technically, you could go all the way up towards 230. So traders, if you are, again, looking at CRCL and asking yourself, how high could CRCL get up to today? How high could this play go? It came out with great earnings. First earnings since its IPO. Top resistance, fade back on down. Top resistance, fade back on down. Top resistance. Where's that? 229, 230? I mean, guys, technically, you got a lot of room over on CRCL. You do. You got a lot of room that you could be able to move on up over on CRCL. You got a lot of room that you could be able to make some action. Let's see if, again, One Stop Prop has CRCL here. Maybe, again, we could be able to even get involved over on that one on the long side for a little bit if, again, we can have it. So let's see. CRCL. No, we don't have that one. So we don't have CRCL at this time. I want to see if that one was going to be able to pop on up and we can maybe, again, look for a possible trade on that because it's very active at this moment. It's moving a lot at this time. And that's what we want to be looking for. We want to be looking for movement. We want to be looking for action. We want to be looking for activity. And remember, we're probably going to see a lot of pump and dumps as well. We might see a couple stocks just get pumped on up for no reason whatsoever, right? Might see a couple plays just get pumped on up for no reason whatsoever, other than people saying, oh, hey, I like that one. Oh, hey, let's see if that one gets some action. Oh, hey, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh, hey. Right now, CRCL here, traders. We are, again, watching, waiting. Look at that one. Now starting to turn a little bit. So regardless, I just like how it's active. I like how it's active. I like how it's moving. I like how there's money to be made. We're watching for our first kind of penny stock rip and run here today. S&P 500 also slowly moving itself on up. Now, again, we do have the CPI data. CPI data should slowly allow this play to climb. Now, the big thing over on the S&P 500 is, remember, pre-market does not count as record highs. We are about to come on up towards, again, record highs. We are about to come on up over on the S&P 500 at this moment towards the record high area. Remember, when you take a look over on the S&P 500, what is the record high? A record high right here is 639.85. We're at 639.27, 639.30. So is there going to be a little bit of resistance, maybe right at the record high area? I think so. There's probably going to be a little resistance. If you break the record high area, you got to get out of your short right away. So if you were saying, Dek, you need to make a trade right now at this moment, I would say short right now the S&P 500. But the moment we hit a new record high, even if that's 687, just get out. It wouldn't even be worth it to hold. So you would do a very small trade with small risk for maybe, again, a nice reward back on down over on the S&P 500, which could be solid. But again, you do have, again, some few things. You still also have about 4 to 5 more days that maybe the SPY is going to try to work itself on up. I'm not in on anything at this moment. We do know 639.85 is going to be a strong resistance line. We know that is going to be right next to the top. If you really want to, again, say, hey, Dek, I'm looking for a reversal, just don't allow it to be able to hit a brand new high. Right? Don't allow it to hit that brand new record area, because if you do break that record area, that's where, again, you're going to have some trouble most likely. SPY right here, again, those highs are all the way up towards around that 640 area. It looks like it wants to hit a brand new record high coming into today, tomorrow. We do know, of course, that the S&P 500, the image I keep showing you is showing us right here that in the next week into next month, it is going to be the reddest time of the year. Next week into next month is the reddest time of the entire year, statistically speaking. And I hate saying that. Statistically speaking, now factually speaking, again, that's just what it is. Okay? So, could it maybe be a little early if all of a sudden we hit this record high and we start fading and falling? I think we are going to get some sort of new high, even if that's like 641, 642.10, like something like that, and then we start fading and falling back on down. But it seems like, again, things are still rather strong at this moment. Meta starting to come on up towards some record highs as well. So I do think that this 1 or 2 days is going to be the final little lifeline here. The final, again, new highs, the final new spikes before, again, things start dropping on off. Right now here, traders, let's look for that first penny stock play here. First penny stock mover. I was getting some of those energy plays. Again, energy has been an awesome theme in 2025, guys. Again, 2025, we haven't really seen that kind of one big theme take over just yet. But we have been seeing, again, a lot of, powering data centers. OKLO. Right? OKLO, nuclear energy, powering data centers. BWXT working on, again, BWXT, again, great nuclear play, working on SMR, small modular reactors, powering data centers. So again, in 2025, as I stated so far, there hasn't been anything that has been like, boom. I've been talking about this for months. I want something to take over. Don't you guys? I would love if all of a sudden we had like an NFT craze start back up again. I would love if we had like an AI craze start back on up again. I would love if we had an EV, electric vehicle, craze start back on up again. Any craze in any way. Even like a Pokemon craze. Like, I would love to be able to see, all right, hey, everyone's going to be buying this or this or this. I want to see something take over the world again. Like, that every single person in the world, because those are the greatest investment opportunities. The greatest investment opportunities for quick, short-term wealth is when all of a sudden we have one of those fads. We have one of those times that, again, we see every single person jump in and say, oh, I don't care how much it is. Like, one of the craziest ones was definitely NFTs, right? Where it was, hey, there's a picture of a monkey right here. When it first came out, pictures of monkeys were, again, $3,000. A month and a half went by. You want to own a picture of a monkey? Guess what? It's $50,000. Another 3 months went by. Hey, you want to own a picture of a monkey? It's going to cost you $300,000. Another, again, 3 months went by. Hey, you want to own a picture of this monkey? It is going to be $1 million. Then another 3 months went by, and then they're back down to like $10,000. Okay, so it's like, that's what we mean by like a craze, a fad, something like that, where every single person says, hey, this is, again, what it's all about. Even, again, 2023, 2024, what was the craze? AI. You say the word AI in anything, people buy it. Hey, we are a furniture company, but we are thinking about using AI. Stock goes foop from $1 to $20. Hey, we like NVIDIA. Cool, so do we. Stock goes from, again, $10 to $30. You could just say, if you were a company on the stock market, say anything about AI. Just say, we like AI. And, again, millions of people are buying your stock and you are making multimillionaires. It was the most ridiculous thing in the world, right? Back in 2020, right? We saw, again, EV, right? Tesla. If you guys, again, want to see when did the Tesla craze start, that was, again, back in 2019, 2020, when EVs were first actually produced and actually out in the world. I know a lot of people don't even realize this, but before 2018, no one was really driving a Tesla. Tesla basically became big within the last 8 years. So the thing is, that's where EVs went crazy. That's where EVs went wild. Then we had crypto go crazy. We had NFTs go crazy. We had AI go crazy. I want to see another craze. I want to see something wild again. That's what I want. Like, it'll come. We always get it. Like, it just takes time for something to develop. If that's the internet, or if that's housing, or if that's, again, whatever, right? You get these small little phases. There will be generational wealth opportunities in the world that will come that you don't even know of. And it'll be there. You just got to be ready for it, whenever that is. And I know sometimes it's annoying to be just sitting there and waiting and saying, oh, what's going to happen? Right? But it's going to happen. Right now, traders, we want to see where this buying volume is truly going to help us. What is going to be coming on up? BMNR has been dumping on off since the open right here. So BMNR is getting a little bit of that fade and that drop. BMNR, this is a play that, again, Trump signed said you can put alternative assets in a 401k if you would like. What's an alternative asset? Crypto. So again, BMNR is a bit mining company. Well, if you're a bit miner, and now again, Trump says you can put crypto in your 401k, that's good news. So again, that's why that one went on a great rip. That's why that one went on a great spike. That's why that one went on a great climb. Guys, S&P 500 right now, testing record highs. Testing record highs at this moment. So that you guys are all good, all ready to rock, and obviously absolutely fired on up to see what's going to be coming on up here in the near future. So that you guys are all set, ready to go. Did everyone sign on up again for your prop firm, though? Again, if you have not signed on up, make sure, again, even just get a small account. Get a $10,000 account, guys. It's going to be like $20 for the 40% off. So at least you can test it, see what you like, see what you don't like, and you guys will be all ready to go. So again, you guys are all good for the 40% off on any account that you guys want. Also, a little side note here, traders. I gave every single person an absolutely free, right? Absolutely free artificial intelligence trading journal. It does come out with a 14-day pass. I will give every single person an alert every single day that if you do not like it, cancel it. You will not be charged. But if you guys, again, have not signed up to the AI trading journal, make sure you guys go do that. And for those that have done that, what do you guys think? How do you guys like it? How do you guys like, again, the AI trading journal? So make sure you guys go check it on out. Again, the password is day 14. or again, 14-day, 14-day, and you guys will get the AI Trading Journal. And remember, I'm just trying to give you guys things for discounts. I'm just trying to give you guys things for free. This is not, any 100% mandatory. I want to be able to, again, just give you guys things that, if I was watching and someone said, hey, here's 40% off, I want to try prop firm trading, go check it on out. Hey, here's an AI Trading Journal that's going to tell you what you're doing right or wrong with your stock trades. It's free for 14 days. Go check it on out. Hey, I just always like to give you guys updates and try to, so basically when I do this, guys, I reach out to companies and say, hey, people have asked me for a trading journal. I'll reach out to a trading company and say, is there anything that you guys can give us? Can you guys give us a 14-day pass? They say, yes, we'll do that. So again, I'd like to always just try to help you guys on out. So again, I don't own these companies. I don't own, again, One Stop Prop. I don't own, again, the AI Trading Journal. I have no, again, partnership in that in any way. I just try to give you guys, again, some free stuff. So if you guys want to check them on out, do that. Want to make sure, again, you guys are getting what you need here. Right now, RMBL, Rumble, trying to get a little bit of action. We also do have the S&P 500 slowly moving on up. And guys, S&P 500, we hit a high, and now we're starting to get another little rejection. Guys, S&P 500 hit a high, and now starting to get another little rejection at this moment. SPY coming on down to the VWAP. SPY coming on down to the VWAP. If you're saying, Dek, what are you really waiting for? Again, you can look for shorts. Guys, look at this. SPY with a hard reversal right now. I do still believe, though, we have essentially right here, I'm just trusting this. Over the last 90 years, over the next 2 to 3 days is going to be very small green days. Over the last 90 years, less than 1%, less than 1%, less than 1%. Then again, maybe we hit one record high, and then for the next 45 days, it's going to be all red. So basically, what am I kind of thinking? I'm thinking, okay, hey, we want to pass this prop firm. Yes, I want to go long for the next maybe 1 or 2 days. But then I would rather get ready for a big short over the next 45 days. That's kind of more what I'm thinking. That's kind of more where I'm at on what I want to be able to do on every single one of these plays here to get a good idea. Dek, X4 new high of the day. Did have a press release this morning. I do remember X4 coming out with a press release this morning. If we go back over towards news alerts, X4, PRPH right here, GEVO right here, Xena right here. I believe X4 had a press release, right? Oh, here it is. X4 press release. X4 announced a $60 million equity financing with concurrent changes in management and board leadership. So X4 did have $60 million equity in financing. X4 is getting a little bit of buying volume. Now again, Dek, what if X4 keeps on spiking? X4, guys, is going to try to get up towards around that 220-ish mark before having a lot of strong resistance. Yesterday, for anyone who was not here, I did do a lesson essentially talking about what are the best indicators on the day. Like, what are the best indicators to use, the best indicators to check on out, the best indicators that every single person should be fully aware of. And the thing is, guys, a 50-day moving average is going to be a pretty strong resistance line that I think every single person should be on top of and should be talking about right here. So, again, make sure that you guys are all set, ready to rock and roll, absolutely dialed on in, getting yourself pumped on up every single day, making that money. I want to see here for a second, guys. Obviously, we're just staying as smart as we possibly can. No forcing in any way. Right now, I'm just checking something out real quick. All right, traders. Let's again stay alert. Let's stay ready here. Still watching for that first main play of the day here. First main play of the day. Deck, you're going to be alive on YouTube every day till you pass the prop firm test? I will not be. Again, I'm only live over on Tradecaster for the squad, for the community, going over here so that you guys are all set, ready to rock. Now, I will throw this out here, traders. For anyone who does not know, August 25th, ladies and gentlemen, which is in about 2 weeks from now, we are going to be having an A to Z boot camp. 5 days long, going over everything from, hey, Deck, I don't know anything about stock trading, to then saying, all right, teach me everything you know. I do feel like sometimes I talk very advanced. I talk and people don't know what I'm saying. I talk and it's hard for people to keep up who maybe are a little bit more inexperienced. I want to take a 5-day stretch, August 25th, and be able to just go, if you know nothing, I want to take you from zero to everything I know. So, and again, August 25th on Tradecaster. I'm not doing it on YouTube, guys. We are going to be doing that 5-day boot camp. Now, also, what's the great news? Starting up on August 25th, we are dropping Tradecaster's pricing. Tradecaster right now is $174 a month. We are going to be dropping it. It is going to be less than $150 a month. It is going to be less than $110 a month. It is going to be less than $100 a month. It is going to be less than $90 a month. How much lower do you guys want me to keep on going? But I will, again, announce pretty soon what it is a Tradecaster is going to be. Because the thing is, guys, I don't want to charge that much. I don't want to charge that. I want to be able to have a community that everyone can afford, everyone can come to, everyone can learn, everyone can enjoy, everyone can watch, everyone can ask me questions. Every single person can be able to say, hey, this is awesome. So again, we are going to be dropping the Tradecaster price subscription coming on up August 25th, which is the same day that we kick off our summer boot camp. So if you guys are fired up about that, get ready, because that is going to be absolutely incredible in every single way. So more details on that coming up in the future, but just know in the next 2 weeks, there's going to be some major changes. August 25th is the date, guys. RMBL, a little bit of a spike, a little bit of a climb here. I want to see, traders. Again, it's 9:50 in the morning. We're waiting for that first mover now, though. Come on. Let's get us something good. RMBL getting a little bit of action, and RMBL is considered the #1 top gainer on the day right now, traders. Is there even a reason? Is there a reason why RMBL is up, or is this just like, hey, Deck, RMBL, Rumble, people are buying it because they're buying it? You know, I do see last night it did come out with an earnings report. Let's look at past chart history pattern. This might be a nice little short, guys. RMBL, 200-day moving average is at the price of $365. Little heads up for you. If we can get RMBL, possible little short right on up towards, again, that 360-ish mark, we might get a nice little short on our hands here. So I'll just tell you guys exactly what I'm thinking at this moment. Right now, we have RMBL currently up 60%, the #1 top gainer in the stock market. But we also do have RMBL, which is a stock that does not have any sort of news. It had an earnings report last night, but it's not anything that's incredible. And we are about to hit a very strong resistance line, aka the 200-day moving average. As we move up to this 200-day moving average, this is going to be a point that a lot of people are going to look to reverse. This is a point that a lot of people are going to look to take profits, and this is a point that we usually see dropping or bouncing. For instance, let's go ahead and take a look at the 200-day moving average in the past. You could see there's a lot of dip buys at the 200-day moving average, or maybe little upper shadows right above the 200-day moving average, or maybe again we come up towards these areas such as hitting perfectly at the 200-day moving average right here, or again you could see if we scroll back even farther, we hit the 200-day moving average a few times right here, right? So you guys can clearly see RMBL is not going to have just an easy path to get right above that 200-day moving average. It's going to definitely have some trouble. And it's not going to be easy to break above or stay above the 200-day moving average. So far, we got up to a high of the day of 347. Stock is, again, getting a little bit weaker. We do know, again, that 360 mark is going to be a great area if we ever wanted to go ahead and give this a chance on the short side. And again, RMBL, you know, it's also free. There's no fee for the shorts. So that's really cool as well. You know, saying, hey, gets up towards around the 360 mark or so. I'm going to start looking for some possible shorts, 360, 370. 375, and then see if we can top this thing on out with a nice little upper shadow and see a reversal back on down. So I'll give it a chance. I'll give it a chance if we can get to our price. Right now, traders, let's see what we got here. Deck, if you go over to top movers on the day. Top movers on the day. So this is, again, neat. If you go over towards, again, top movers on the day, you could see what are some of the plays that are moving the most right here. Now, again, the thing is about one stop prop is you also get cryptocurrency. They're the only prop firm that you guys can trade crypto on. So again, you might get some, cryptocurrency plays as well. Like if I wanted to buy Chainlink or something like that, you can also do that. So again, some of these are cryptocurrency stocks or cryptocurrency coins that I'm just not, fully aware of. So, what? We're going to keep that one on watch. We're going to see what we can do on this. Absolutely. Guys, RMBL with a little bit of a bull flag, considered the number one top gainer in the stock market at this time. Considered the number one top gainer in the stock market. Come on. I mean, what's a little crazy is I'm sitting here, I'm looking for some buying volume. I'm sitting here, I'm looking for some action. I'm sitting here and I'm asking myself, man, like, where the heck is people? Where the heck are what are traders honestly doing right now? Is August really the fact with traders just say, hey, you know what? Dek, I'm going to go in my swimmies. I'm going to, again, blow up my little arm swimmies. I'm going to go on down to the Hamptons, go to my beach house, and I'm just going to enjoy August, the final month of the year of the summer. Enjoy this nice weather. You know what? I'll be back in September to start trading. Hey, you know what? It's August right here. It's summertime at this moment. Not many press releases. People are sitting back, hoarding their money at this moment. No reason for me to force a trade at this time. Because our top gainers in the entire stock market, 56% gain is right here over on RMBL. Our number 2 top gainer in the entire stock market, PRPH. Number 3 top gainer, IOBT, after having a big dead cat bounce play at this moment. FSI, barely any volume. Number 4 top gainer. So again, do I want to sit here? Do I want to tell you guys to buy everything? Do I want to rip my clothes off and see money again fly across the screen? Absolutely, guys. That's what I want to do. I want to turn it up a notch. I want to start pulling some levers and I want to start clicking some buttons. That's what I want to do. But at the same time, can I just again say, hey guys, let's all buy this stock just because, I don't know, I don't see anything else moving. So maybe again, if we all buy it, something good will happen. I can't say that. Because guess what? If I do that, if I pump up a play, number 1, it's wrong. Number 2, it's illegal. Number 3, again, the majority of people are going to lose. Number 4, I look bad. I lose my credibility. Like, I want to go crazy, right? I want to see what happens here. I want to see something get a little bit wild. But at the same time, it's tough for me to, just see plays go crazy. Hey, Dek, how about you take off your clothes and then maybe we see something again start going on a little bit of a spike. This is a little, I've never had anyone tell me that before. Usually it's, let me get a little crazy, let me get a little wild, and let me, I'll start jumping up and down and I'll go crazy. I've never had anyone say, hey, Dek, how about you slowly take off your clothes and then maybe from there, you start seeing some spikes. Are you trying to tell me something? Are you trying to tell me something at this moment? Like I'm blushing a little bit at this moment.
Ha! Gay!
Right now, things are a little bit wild in here. Things are heating up a little bit. We're watching, seeing what we have. RMBL, PRPH, X4. SPY right now, traders. SPY. Dek, do you think SPY is going to hit a new record high today? I do. Or again, at least, get right back up tomorrow. I don't think there's really any sort of issues with the SPY in any sort of way. USAR, rare earth materials. I want to take a look at some cryptos real quick. How is the crypto market doing? Because I know, again, cryptos are super hot like 3 months ago. I feel like, again, we haven't really heard too much. I want to look at some plays here. Bitcoin sitting at 118,000. Now, guys, I've talked about this before. I like Bitcoin, but I will say, I do think Bitcoin's going to be going through a tough year in 2026. I will tell you, I believe November is going to be the top. November is going to be the top of Bitcoin. That is my prediction. That is what I'm thinking. Now, why do I think that? It's just because it falls into every 4-year cycle, guys. 2022, 2018, 2014, 2018, 2022, and now 2026 are the bear years for Bitcoin. We usually see consolidation, bull run, bubble top, bear kind of territory or crashing. And then we see consolidation, then we see bull run, we see a bubble, then we see the top, and then we crack back on down. It's every 4 years. It's not me making the stuff up right now. It's every 4 years cryptocurrency goes this cycle. Consolidation, spike, hit the top, crash on down. Consolidation, spike, hit the top, come back on down. 2026 is again the year that we are supposed to crash over on Bitcoin. Now, Dek, are you saying it's going to crash down to 0? No, it's going to crash back down to probably like 75,000. So the thing is, it's not going back down to nothing. It's not going back down to 0. I'm not sitting here telling you guys to sell all your Bitcoin. I'm sitting here telling, again, if you follow the 4-year cycle, 2026 is going to be a bad year for crypto. That's all it is. Ethereum at this time, again, getting a nice little bounce back on up. Ethereum, guys, I remember seeing Ethereum all the way back down to what, 1,400? You know, Ethereum all the way down to 1,400. This has gone on a massive rally over the last little bit. I remember, again, people are saying Ethereum sucks, Ethereum's done with. You know what I've learned a lot in stock trading, and maybe you guys have learned this as well, okay? And I'm just going to be like very open and honest with you guys. One thing, one very important key indicator, one thing that stands out that probably has a 99% success rate, if that's popular Bitcoin, popular cryptos, popular Ethereum, if that's stocks, popular blue chip companies, popular whatever, whenever anyone says this crypto sucks, this blue chip sucks, I will never buy this again, it's usually the best time to buy. So if you ever hear people saying Ethereum's done with, it's the worst coin out there, when it's at 1,400, it's now at 4,382. It's the best time to buy. If you ever hear people say Bitcoin is awful, it's done with, it's down towards 60,000, whatever, it's probably the best time to buy. If you ever see Apple down all the way towards whatever price, I'm never buying Apple again, tariffs are ruining it, it's usually the best time to buy. The best indicator that you could possibly ever have in stock trading is when the majority of people say this company or this coin sucks, it's now time to buy. It's so easy to be influenced by others. And it's why so many new traders lose, is because when you see everyone talking about, oh, I would never buy that. Oh, that's the worst. Isn't this very popular? Yeah, but it sucks right now. Don't get involved in it. The suck right now is because it's at an extremely affordable price. When everyone says, this is the best, I love it, it's time, oh, there's still time left. Guys, guess what? People are saying, oh, NFTs, oh, buy a monkey for $1 million. It's still cheap. It's still cheap. We'll still keep going higher. You're in early. Ha ha. Yeah, hey, you're in early. Ha 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 ha. Guys, you're not in early on these things. If everyone is saying, this is awesome, I'm making so much money, it's at the top most of the time. Okay? Right now, we are still watching these plays, seeing where, again, this action is going to take us here. RMBL, ADN, X4, FSI, IOBT. Traders, I do want to just open up the floor here. Does anyone have any questions, comments, or concerns? Anything that is moving, spiking, ripping, running, popping, climbing, trying to get some action in any sort of way? Right now, again, check out ADN. I'll check out ADN. ADN, little bit of a pop on up. ADN, little bit of a pop on up towards around that 280 mark. Has room to run up to 380 in case this ever squeezes. So ADN right here, trying to, maybe get a little bit of a short squeeze. If we can get a short squeeze up towards around like 370, 360, that could be a great short. Absolutely. So ADN, if that play, ADN right now, possible little short squeeze could be happening. Little pump and dump type of play that could be right around the corner. Let's see how much shares are on this play if I wanted to go ahead and pull the trigger. So ADN, if this one starts breaking $3, I'm going to give you guys the breakdown on what I want right now at this moment. ADN, this stock, what do you guys see? I see right now that ADN is a play that's just gone from $2 up towards $2.70. It's trying to spike its way on up. Now, there's no credibility. There's no reason on ADN. What also stands out to me is ADN has room to run right up to this red line right around 380. Most likely, just like we have seen in the past, it is going to get rejected right around 380. 380 is that 200-day moving average. If we can get above the price of 340 to the price of 380, this is where we are going to want to look for shorts. This is where we want to see rejection. This is where we want to start pulling the trigger to see things start getting weaker. We could see old again dip buy areas right around 375, 380. We could see old again reversal areas right around 380. We could see that the 200-day moving average is going to be sitting right here at the exact price of 383. It is going to be tough to break above. If, again, ADN starts spiking above 340, I'm going to start looking for some entries, okay? So, ADN, little bit of a squeeze at this moment. ADN trying to get a little bit of a pop. ADN trying to get a little bit of that move on up. Let's see if we can get a little bit of a squeeze, and then we'll reverse back on down and start getting some weakness, okay? So, ADN, let's just see what we can do here on this play. And let's just be watching to see if we can get above $3. Maybe a little bit of a squeeze here. Maybe ADN, again, if we take a look over on the chart, guess what? RMBL, 12 million in float. PRPH, 38 million in float. X4, 18 million in float. ADN, only 2 million in float here. So again, there's a chance that we could have this play turn into a pump and dump of the morning at this time, and seeing if ADN can maybe pump itself on up, start reversing itself back on down. Let's see what we can do here, team. So ADN, potential pump to 380, 200-day moving average. Just want to, again, throw that out there for everyone. Everyone's aware of it, alert of it. Dek, what if we start breaking 380? Then you probably have to get out. You don't want to get caught up in a short squeeze. Shout out to, again, Boo Hayadar on the alert over there, over on that one. Dek, does that mean we could spike up another 80 cents? Potentially, yes. Absolutely. You know, if, again, some buying volume moves in on this play, absolutely, we could be able to see, again, some shorts over on this play. So not in on this play just yet. But I am watching this one closely, as you guys know. You guys can see, here's my position box. No live orders at this time. No live orders at this time. There's my position box. Want to, again, you know, kind of just make it nice, easy, and clean for every single person to understand what I'm looking for, why I'm trading it, and, of course, what I can get myself involved in. Let's see if we can get that break of $3 and maybe squeeze ourselves on up. $3.90 at this point. Can we get that $3 break? Remember, where I would like to try to start getting entries is probably anything above 340. Anything above 340, I think, would be a very good starting point. If I get a couple 340s, a 360, a 380, and then again, my cost basis would be, again, 360, 370, then that would be absolutely awesome. See if we break $3 here coming on up. Let's see what we can have here if that we get that $3 break. Dek, what are your thoughts on United Health? Again, United Health, I don't know. I don't know. The thing is, again, UNH here, United Health, and correct me where I'm wrong. UNH, again, had some sort of security fraud, right? Had some sort of fraudulent activity, had a big lawsuit against it. UNH went all the way from the prices of what? Sitting at $500, $600, then had a big lawsuit, then had a big fraud, then had some sort of big scam, and then came crashing all the way back on down towards $235. I will say this. I don't believe I know any stock, any company that has ever had fraud, security allegations, any sort of issues in that way that has been able to bounce back after, again, the stock has been getting hit and destroyed because people don't trust it. It's very tough. You guys want to hear a dark example? A dark example would be, imagine if you're in a relationship, right? If you were in a relationship and your significant other cheated on you, it's very hard to regain trust again, isn't it? I mean, that's a real life example. It's tough to trust that person that they wouldn't do that again, or if they love you, or if they care about you, whatever it may be. Same exact thing with a stock. If I'm investing my money into a play and all of a sudden a big lawsuit comes on out, a fraudulent comes on out, allegations come on out, and the stock goes from $600 to $260, it's tough for me to say, hey, I'm going to jump in on this play now. Because again, it might still at $260, this still might not be a good entry. What else is there that they're hiding? What else is there that may not be good? What else is there? So for me, whenever I see something like that, I usually just stay away from it. But again, You know, if you have your reasons, you got your reasons over on. I get it. It's also, again, a very cheap play right now. But it's just like, is it cheap for 260? Or, again, is it going to keep going lower? So we'll see what happens. Obviously, what I say will not affect UNH in any sort of way. UNH is going to have hundreds of millions of billions of trillions of dollars getting involved into it. You know, I just don't know. I don't know. Let's see if ADN can get that quick spike here back on up, though. Maybe a possible little bull flag pattern. Rip and run back on up here. Guys, ADN a little bit of a fade right now. Needs to get above $3, and we know our target. We know what we want to see. We know what we're looking at, right? We want to keep our eyes peeled and kind of see what's going to be coming on up. But it's not like we're missing anything. There's not any play, right? It's not about any play right there. No play right now at this moment that's going on any sort of big spike. No big play at this moment goes on a big rip. LTBR, a little bit of a climb right now. LTBR, a little bit of a bigger play. Lightbridge Corporation, trying to get a little spike here. I still want to see that ADN upper shadow. Give us that ADN pop above $3, upper shadow it, and then go from there. RMBL, guys, also let's remember RMBL. This is a play. Same exact thing as we talked about earlier. That 366 mark, 200-day moving average. Remember, it really doesn't matter if it's RMBL. It doesn't matter if it's ADN. Both of them have the same exact ideas. Right? Both of them have the same exact ideas at this moment. 200-day moving average, touch and reverse. Guys, S&P 500. Again, S&P 500 in my eyes is going to be, again, a couple slow and steady days before we hit a new high, and then I think the big put contract should start. Then again, we should see the big reversals. Then we should start seeing the big fade. Then we should start seeing the big time drop back on down. So again, we are watching, waiting, and staying as smart as we possibly can for every single move here. BTAI halted on the upside. BTAI halted on the upside. A little bit of a spike right there over on BTAI. Multiple green day winner. Thank you, Rainbow Benz, for the heads on up. It seems like ADN is starting to get a little bit weak right now. BTAI, could buyers start moving back over into this play? I mean, we've had, again, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 green days in a row. So, I mean, we have seen BTAI start getting a little bit of hype. We've been seeing BTAI get a little bit of momentum. BTAI, after having 7 green days in a row, maybe, again, traders are just saying, hey, I want to get myself involved in something. I want to trade. I want to make some money. BTAI is a play that has shown that it's consistent, at least. Let's see if this could be able to continue to go. Let's see if this can continue to rip and run. Let's see if this can continue to, again, get some sort of climbing. So maybe, again, BTAI is going to kind of step up a little bit, and that's just because, hey, BTAI, 8 green days in a row here. Let's see what happens. All right, here, traders. We are sitting back. We are staying smart, and we want to put ourselves in the best positions possible right now. NJ Deck, props to you for not revenge trading the market to make back any losses. The trades will come. No need to force it. NJ Trading, I appreciate that, buddy. At the same time, I got to ask, what are you talking about? So I'm not in the red at this moment. So you're confusing me a little bit. Hey, props to you, Deck. You're not revenge trading today. I really appreciate that. I like the compliment. At the same time, I'm again kind of looking around being like, did I lose? Did I lose at some point today? So, hey, I appreciate the discipline and the compliment right here. But yeah, no trades for myself yet today. No trades I put myself involved in on any moment at this time. So right now we are just kind of sitting back. We got to wait and watch, and you guys can see clearly. It's not like I'm not trying to trade. I'm literally trying to actively trade. I just don't want to again force anything in any sort of way. So it is just about being smart, sitting back here. Come on now, let's see that next spike. Deck, what about shorting BMNR? BMNR at the VWAP. I mean, right now, BMNR is having a couple little tests at the VWAP. You could look for small shorts, right? Little test of the VWAP, get rejected. Hit test little VWAP, get rejected. But this is kind of like, this is where we're at right now, traders. We are at the point that literally traders today are asking me, we're trying to get scraps. You know what I mean? We are trying this hard to find scraps. Right now, we're like little rats in a New York City subway trying to find little pizza crumbs right now just so we have some food. The thing is, team, is that worth it for us, right? Is it worth it for us to be able to put our money out there that we could potentially lose so that we possibly get a breadcrumb? That we possibly get a half-beaten part of crust? I don't know. Right? It just seems like, right now, traders, it's like, what are we trying to actually accomplish by, again, putting ourselves out there in plays that we are just essentially holding and hoping that we are pulling the trigger and saying, hey, maybe something good will happen from this. You guys know what I mean? I, again, respect every single one of you guys. I love every single one of you guys. I appreciate all the support that you guys show. I never want to bring you guys down. I only want to lift you guys on up. But at the same time here, traders, I do not want to be someone that's just throwing out random gambles, hoping that we make some sort of money and I can look good on the day. That's not what I want to do. I would rather, again, be someone that says, hey, you know what? Let's be smart here and be disciplined. And we got things that are exciting. We have, again, the Prop Firm Challenge. We have, again, August 25th. We have, of course, again, TradeCaster dropping prices. We have the summer boot camp coming on up. We have, of course, a free 30-day pass over on, again, Fox Runner. We have, of course, the AI trading journal that every single person can get for 14 days. We have all of that. So it's like, take advantage of what we can do today. Take advantage of what we do have today. Take advantage, of course, what we can be able to get after here today. So want to make sure that you guys are all set here, ready to rock and roll and ready to go. Little heads on up. As I said, I promised I'd remind you, if you guys signed up last week for, again, the 14-day pass on the AI Trading Journal, next Wednesday or next Tuesday is when you would want to cancel if you guys want to cancel. Again, there is no free trial on it. Only I have free trials on it. So you guys have to type in 14-day because this is still, like, I believe it's still like unreleased. So again, if you type in 14-day, there we go. Yeah, you guys do get automatically the 14-day pass there over on the AI Trading Journal. See where the SPY's at right now. SPY right now, team, working itself back on up. As I said, I believe the next few days should be slow and steady climbing over on the SPY. Next few days should be slow and steady climbing over on the S&P 500. Next few days should be slow, steady movement over on the S&P 500 as we get up towards 641, 642. After that 641, 642 area is where we can start getting those reversals and drops. I do want to open up the floor here, guys. Does anyone have any questions, comments, or concerns? Please let me know. Happy to help you guys on out, and I want to be able to use this time for you guys to be able to reach out to me, talk to me, be able to ask me a question. Yep, you guys always do get, of course, let me just post this for you guys as well. If you guys, again, want the same free 30-day pass over on Fox Runner, you guys have that. Free 30-day pass over on the news scanner, foxrunner.com. Make sure you guys go check that on out. They've been spectacular. On top of that, traders, every single day I am live trading over on, again, Tradecaster. So, again, watch me trade. We do have, again, price drop coming August 25th. August 25th, we are dropping prices. That is the set date. Also, August 25th, we do have our summer boot camp. 5 days, 0 to 100. It is going to be insane. If you guys want to learn everything I know about the stock market, you want to be here August 25th. So we are going 0 to 100, starting from I know nothing about stocks. Tell me what the stock market even is, to everything that you guys need to know. Okay? So that you guys have that. Make sure you guys are ready to sign up if you guys aren't signed on up yet there as well. We also have, of course, Cobra Trading. Cobra, our broker, an incredible broker. Shout out to, again, Cobra and everything that they do. And again, we suggest every single person go use their brokerage. I'm just getting that link for you guys right now so that you guys are all set, ready to get after it. So that you guys are all set, ready to go. But it is a slow one here. It has been a little bit of a slower one. Wanting to put ourselves in the best possible position out there. Let me grab that link. I apologize. Baby. All right. Want to see what we have here. Let's run through these top gainers, guys, one more time. Running through these top gainers one more time. RMBL, anything on RMBL? RMBL, we got pretty close to the 200-day moving average. If you want to look for a short, I do think at this point we will be going back down to $3. I do think we will be going back down to $3 if you're looking for a short. PRPH, starting to fade. ADN, guys, we looked for ADN on the potential that I was going to spike on up to 380. As you guys could see, it just came crashing back on down. Deck, is there a potential for it to get back up to 380? Definitely could. We will watch that. And then everything else is just low volume. Guys, everything else is just low volume here. It's just nothing going on. Nothing I'm seeing. The S&P 500, we have 1 or 2 more days of slow, steady action, and then we'll go from there. Team, other than that, I know it's a little early. There's just nothing to do. There's not. And I'm saving all the lessons. I'm saving everything for August 25th. So traders, at this time, I'm going to be jumping off the mic here. There's just, again, I feel like the longer I sit here, the more forcey and eager I'm going to get. Does anyone else feel like that? Is it the longer you sit there, the more chance you have of saying, let me go ahead and throw it? Imagine being in a casino, okay? And again, I always like to think about this in this manner. If I'm sitting in a casino and someone says, all right, it's 6 o'clock right now. You have to stay here till 10 o'clock. What are the odds that I say, let me take out $100 and let's see if I can win some money? What are the odds that I lose that $100 and I still have 3 hours left and I say, all right, let me just try one more time? The longer I sit in front of this computer, the longer I sit in front of this right here, the better chance I have of saying, let me go ahead and try to randomly do this and probably end up losing money and end up, putting myself in a bad position and end up again hurting myself. If you want to trade today, I think that the S&P 500 on a slow little climb would be the best chance possible. I think the S&P 500 on a slow little move would be your best chance to be able to make money. Okay? So don't put yourself in bad place. Make sure you guys use your head. Make sure you guys trade only the best trades possible. I'm not going anywhere. I will be here throughout the entire day. I'm going to, again, switch the stream to only Tradecaster members so that they can see me. But I do just want to say thank you so much for everyone who is joining us today. Thank you so much for everyone who is part of this team. Thank you so much for everyone that's getting pumped up and excited on this day. And if you guys need anything at all, as always, please reach out to me. I'm happy to help you guys on out. Guys, I absolutely love you. I love working with you. I love helping you. I love guiding you. I love speaking with you. It is just, again, we have to understand these August trading conditions. So, team, I love everything about you. Help me wrap up this morning. As always, we have to wait for those hotter conditions. Now, the great news is, hot market is right around the corner. Team, enjoy a little bit this summer. enjoy again these beautiful days because they are going to be ending quickly. And guess what? The volume's going to be coming in even faster. Stay ready, stay alert. I love you. Let's do it, team. You guys know the drill. Let's get after it in 3, 2, 1. I love you. Thank you, team. And I'll see you guys again later on. I'm here all day. If you need anything at all, please ask me in the chat room. Did you make money today? Did you make a profit today? Did you come out on top today? I'm the Batman.
I got this question the other day. Why are you successful?
So I ball so hard, motherfucker.
$1,000 profit today.
The first niggas gotta find me.
$700.
50 grand to a motherfucker like me. Can you please remind me? Ball so hard, this shit crazy.
$1,000.
Y'all know that don't shit phase. And as we go,
Lock it on up.
too when I look at you like this shit crazy. Ball so hard, this shit weird. We ain't even pro be here. Ball so hard since we here. It's only right that we be fair.
Who's ready for $1 million a year?
You should be asking how to be successful.
Jackson, Tyson, Jordan, Game 6.